the field, I'm going to be interviewing Coach Sally Guillory, the recruiting coordinator for Raging Cajuns women's basketball team. Who is responsible for the budgeting process, and what policies are associated with the budgeting decision making within the organization?
Our head coach is ultimately responsible for deciding what we can purchase and what we can't. As recruiting coordinator, I come up with what I believe is going to be the budget that I would like to use, and then I present it to him, and he makes the final decision on the budget.
How often is the budget revised, and what type of input does the budget manager collect from the department head coaches with the organization?
Once a year, we review the budget in April, and we have to submit our new budget to our athletic director by May 1st, and he ultimately decides if it approves. And I ask all of our coaches, our assistant coaches, our head coaches, what their thoughts are. I also review our budget from the past year to determine, and then I present that to our head coach, and he presents it to our athletic director.
Do all the employees have access to budget information? Why or why not?
Yes, if we ask for it, we can get it at any time, but we can't access it ourselves. We have to actually go to the entire athletic department accountant to get that information, but if we ask for it, we can get it.
How are the budget figures derived from year to year, sport to sport, or season to season?
We actually each year will review it, and if we need to add to it, then we will, if we saw that we needed, if we saw that we spent a lot the year before and we went over, or we needed to go over, we'll add to it for the next year. And since we've been here, our budget has increased each year.
What does the budget financial manager believe are the 3 most important facts associated with the budget process, and how they communicate these tends to others in the organization?
Probably the main thing is that I think it's very important that we're very frugal with our recruiting budget. If we don't need to spend the night after we go recruiting, I'll ask the other coaches just to drive home so we don't have to pay for hotels. I think another thing is we determine which of our recruits are the most important, and we need to really emphasize our time on them and not waste time or not waste money on kids that we're never going to have a chance to get. I also think it's important that we make good and that we prepare. We don't wait until the day before a game and say, oh, I need to fly to Kansas to go recruiting tomorrow. I think if we plan and prepare, then that allows us to save money also.
Unlimited, who in the organization must be accountable for the budgeting process?
Our head coach is the one who's accountable. If we go over the budget, or if we mess up paperwork, or we get audited and something's wrong, it's on him. But so I try to help him out and make sure that I do my job and do it right. So he looks good.
Last question: what technology application is used? What do you like about the software, or what are the problems with using the application?
I don't technically use any technology with my responsibility as budget manager, but our overall accountant for the entire athletic department, I know she uses a software that I'm not too familiar with. But for me, the technology I use is basically just the computer, just researching information and trying to find out the best budget possible.
Thank you for your time this afternoon.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank you, Coach Sally, for doing this interview.
No problem.
Coach Sally used her recruiting budget to recruit me, and now it's all paying off. Go Cajuns!